Hi, I'm Dr. Josephine Gross.
And I'm Chris Gross.
We're the co-founders of Networking Times. We traveled all the way from Los Angeles, California. We're here in Jakarta at the beautiful home of Onggy Hianata. We actually interviewed and featured Onggy on the cover of Networking Times just a few months ago. And we're so impressed with his accomplishments and the contribution he's making that we decided to come out and find out a little bit more.
That's right, I was so intrigued by what I had read and the amazing organization and community he built with this FFG love movement. I just couldn't wait to get out here and meet him personally. So come on with me and let's talk to Onggy.
Let's go. So here we are with Onggy Hianata.
Hi.
We're so excited to have this conversation. Onggy is a man of extraordinary accomplishment.
Wow, what a compliment for me. Thank you.
So Onggy, we're curious, how did it all get started? Tell us a little bit about your background.
Okay. I was born in a small city. We call kampung, even a kampung. Kampung is small village. I still remember my parents was poor, so my father only worked as a small staff in a small company, and my mother must support him to earn more income for the family to survive. So my mother raised chicken, duck, and also grow vegetable. And at the time, we as a kid, because our parents have 9 kids, so we all work as a teamwork to support the family too. Like me, sometimes I go to the forest to find wood, because at the time we don't have electricity. So how to cook that time is using wood. This is one of the example. Yeah. So meaning working hard for me, I was trained since I was very young, maybe about 8 years old.
So your father was an employee and you became an entrepreneur.
Yes, actually at the beginning I also as an employee. I still remember when I studied in Surabaya as a university student, and I work part-time. But at the same time, I try to do small business, but I fail many times, also cheated by some bad businessmen. But I learned from the experience. And finally, because I do so many small business and fail again, then I owe money from my family, my brother, and until one day I think enough. I cannot go on something like that because it's not good for me, because mentally really going down and down. And one day I went back, become employee again. After working almost 11 years, then I realized that it's not correct if I go on like this, no freedom at all. And I still remember my father say, if you want to be rich and wealthy, don't become employee for the rest of your life. Then because of the voice still in my head, then I find another kind of business. Yeah, then I started to become a businessman since then.
So were there any low points in your life where you almost feel like giving up?
Oh, yeah, I still remember I am in the situation of course so stressful at that time. You can imagine I only have less than $2, and all my credit card is limited payment, and I already own money so many with my family, and even I don't know what to eat tonight. And that time I married already, couple. So you can imagine in $2 what can we do, and even at the time. And God bless me, at that night somebody invited me to the home to have a dinner. So I solved one day. Of course I won't go to the detail because I just want to show you another one example. I still remember in Jakarta, when I moved from Surabaya to Jakarta. At the time, I have a baby, only 1 month old, my first son. The burning skin, itchy, all the body is like burning. When my wife taking shower with the kids, you know what the reaction of the kids are crying, and of course as a father, my heart feel, wow, I cannot see this kind of scene in front of me. And another one, if you want to know my struggle in life, especially in finance part, I still remember in Jakarta, I rent a small house. It's very small and no furniture. The only furniture I have is the carton box, the cardboard, XTV box. This is the only table I have. Then a small plastic chair. That is the only furniture. So you can imagine this is my life previous day. Most of the people in this situation, I believe they lose hope. But in my case, it drives me more. And I realized I cannot give up. If I give up, how about my kids? How about my family? So this situation is a turning point for me to fight to the next level to achieve my goal. Yeah.
So it made you more determined.
Yeah, of course. Inspire me to work hard.
Yeah.
And as I say in the beginning, as you work hard for me is already used to. Since I was a kid, I also work hard. Yeah.
So this time around, you met with more success. What did you learn?
Yeah. As I said previously, I did so many mistakes in my previous business. I also did different kind of small business. No one success because now I found out because some of the reason I have no mentors to guide me. So I do it by myself, like a Superman. I have no team, so no support system, or try and error. The end of the day is error. So that's why then I find out actually it's success in business. It all depends on the mindset. If your mind strong enough, the rest will be okay. Then because I know about that, I starting to build my persona. It's when I build myself. The way I build myself is I start reading books. Okay, I read quite a lot of books, and I attend a lot of seminar, personal growth seminar, leadership seminar, people skills seminar, something like that, to my personal growth. And I also listen a lot of, at the time it's cassette, a lot of cassette, CD. I listen a lot, so I learn from the successful people how they train their mind. That's why for me today I find the reason success or fail most of the time is depends the way you think, that we call mindset.
So you travel a lot. What are some of the countries you visited?
Yeah, when I was young, one of my dream is travel all around the world. But after I worked so many years in a company as an employee, I never travel even one country. That's why I'm so lucky into this business, and I'm starting to go from one country to another countries. In short, I think I went already 5 continents all over the world. I thank God for that. It's a blessing for me. But the most important thing, just feel something like achievement is a happiness, but it's not about the traveling. I think a lot of people can travel all over the world, but if you understand my background, it look like impossible at that time. How can you go around the world? You are so poor. That's why hopefully this sharing can encourage people like my background. As long as you never give up, the day will come for you. I believe so.
So eventually you grew an organization on 5 continents, I think in more than 50 countries. How did you do that?
Actually, it's not directly go to so many countries at the same time. Step by step, I started in Jakarta. I still remember that at the time. So because I build people, because I understand the main point is build the mindset and build the leadership and build people. It's not about the business, it's more to the people, because business is about people. So I build people, I build myself, I build people because of the way of duplication. It worked very well, of the leadership grow, and also the people skill of the group also grow so well. So they have the concept of duplication. This duplication worked very well. Slowly they move to the next country like Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, and the rest of Asia, and even went to the next country like in Middle East. And And because the system was working well, so they moved to the rest of the continent like Africa, Europe, Australia, even USA today. Yeah, because of step by step duplication spread to the world. Yeah.
So did you experience any challenges on your journey, and how did you overcome them?
Oh, of course, come quite often, especially when we start build from one country to the next country, because the different of way of thinking, mindset, and belief. That's why I should build myself first. I should understand what is called human. The basic principle of human is, I think, love. So the way I build the business, because my business more to the build people, I use the heart more. I combine, meaning synchronize my mind, my head, and my heart. So meaning the energy is going well. Since the energy is going well, synchronized, I using heart to build. So I don't worry about any mistake I did. It could be I did mistake for the rest of the people, but I know deep in my heart I don't have any intention. So I can overcome that situation because I know what I'm doing.
So one example would be the blood donation that you organize every year, right?
Yeah, true. We have done it for 2 years and we'll continue this activity. I think this movement is very important. According to the philosophy of this kind of activity, they always say one blood donation save 3 lives. We just imagine if people all over the world do the same thing, we save so many people's lives.
So far, you and your team have broken 5 Guinness World Records.
True. The reason why we do so, because it's very fun. In one day, we are discussing, because we break Indonesian record at the time, and one of my friends say, why don't we break the Guinness World Record? And I think, why not? Then we start discussion, and the first record we break in Ancol, Jakarta, the lantern, more than 10,000 lanterns, so beautiful. Because of the first achievement, then we think we can do the next in the next year, and we break another Guinness World Record again. And the last 3 Guinness World Record we break in Africa, in Cameroon. So we feel good to doing that, because all people happy. So because it's not me alone, it's a group of people, thousands of people together. We do it in one team. So I can feel the energy, the excitement is there. And then the achievement is not me alone. It's so many people feel the achievement. You can imagine if happy together as a team, this raise up the energy to the next level. This is one of our purpose, that to show that anything we do, we can move up from one level to another level to the next level. If we have this kind of mindset, I believe people will keep on growing and growing to the next level. As I say, it's not, the purpose is not to show off. We want to train ourselves to see another achievement to the next achievement to the next achievement. Once we can do it, I believe we can do the rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Onggy. So we learned a lot about Onggy's life so far. Now let's see if Chris has a few more questions.